Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, we're going to continue with our third-person animation series, and what we're going to do in this one is we're going to set up an 8-way directional locomotion. So, you know, the locomotion where you can move in all directions. We're going to set it up for our main locomotion, and we're going to also set it up for crouching. And yeah, should be a pretty easy one. So let's hop into it. So for this, I'm going to be using the advanced locomotion system to get the animations for our main locomotion. So I'm just going to open this guy up. I already created a project and we just need to migrate the animations over. Alright, so in here, I'm just going to go on the main folder, right click it, go to migrate, and I'm just going to migrate everything. And let's go to this guy right here, go into our content, select folder, and it'll migrate. And that's all we need to do here. So once we're in our project, I'm going to go into advanced locomotion. I'm going to go to character assets, mannequin skeleton, animation examples, base, locomotion. I'm just going to right click on one and go to retarget animations, and I'm going to choose for our target skeleton to be our character. And I'm just going to look for the animations that we need. I'll start with walk first. Or we'll just find them here in the list so we can get them all at once. So you double click, you see the animations. Those are crouching. We're not going to use the ALS crouching ones because the other pack is better, but you can use these if you want. Let's see. I'll grab the run ones right here. Run backwards, run forward, left back, left forward, right back, right forward. And then I will also grab walk backwards, walk forward, walk left backwards, left forward, right backwards, right forward. And I'm just going to export animations. Go to our character folders, CC4 animations. And I'm going to right click, new folder, and I'm going to make a new folder called ALS. And I'm going to export these animations. Cool. And that's all we need here. So here, I'm going to go ahead and make our blend space. We should already have these, all of our directions for our crouching. We did that in the last video. So, but if you don't have these, just go ahead and, you know, get your animations for these. Alright, so in the ALS folder, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to animation, and this time we're going to make a regular blend space. So in the other ones we were doing blend space 1D, and these are for one direction. So for this one we're doing the 8-way direction, so we're going to need a blend space. And we'll choose our character, and I'm just going to call this BS underscore loco. And I'm going to open this guy up. And you'll see this one's a little bit different on our axis settings. We have horizontal and vertical axis. So the way this works for this kind of blend space is up and down is going to be our speed, and left and right is going to be our direction. So horizontal, we'll name this direction. And our minimum and maximum axis value for this, our minimum is going to be at negative 180. And our maximum is going to be 180. So it goes a full 360 in both directions. And I'm going to set the smoothing time to 0.2. And our vertical axis, this one is going to be speed this time. And we'll set the maximum axis value to 500. Smoothing time to 0.2. And I'm going to go ahead and set our weight speed to 5 as well. And first thing we're going to do is, I'm going to set our grid divisions on our horizontal axis to be 6. So this will just give you more grids in your graph right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to find our idle. I'm just going to use the Unreal Engine idle, the Manny idle, because ALS has like an idle pose, but there's no animation in it. It's just a pose, so I'm just going to use the Unreal Engine idle. And I'm going to pull these in, and we're going to go put these all across the bottom grid. So like this. Just pull them in and set them all across the bottom. So all of this. Then next, we're going to get our walk search for walk over here. And we're gonna do, I didn't mean to double click it. So we're just gonna get walk forward, and this will go right here in this first one. So you can see we just go forward here. And we're gonna get walk left forward. This will go right here on this grid. And then we're gonna get walk right forward and pull this guy on this grid. And then we're gonna get walk backwards. These are gonna go on both sides of our direction. So we'll grab it and put it on that one and on this one. So it should be on left and right. And typically, if you had the 45-degree angles, you would put them in these spots. So this would be left forward 45, and this would be right forward 45. But ALS does not have those. So this should be fine how it is. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our run, and we're going to get run forward, and I'm just going to pull this all the way up top. Then we're going to get run left forward, which will be this way, and then run right forward, which will go on this one. And then we're going to get our run backwards that is also going to go on both sides. So just pull these in, and you see we get the full direction like that. And that's all we need for this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set up our crouching blend space as well. So go down to crouching, we're going to right click, we're going to go to animation, we're going to go to blend space, choose your character, and then I'm going to call this BS_crouch loco. I'm going to open this up, and we're going to do the same thing for the axis values. So horizontal is going to be direction, and minimum is going to be -180, maximum is going to be 180, vertical axis is going to be speed, and this is crouching, so our maximum is going to be 300. And we'll go ahead and set the smoothing time for both of these to 0.2. And the weight speed to be 5. Alright, so for this grid direction, we're going to set this to be 8. Because we got all sorts of directions on this one. And we're going to fill our bottom grid with our idle. So just set your idle in all of these spots, all across the bottom of the grid. Like this. And the first one we're going to do is walk forward, pull this guy, put it on the forward right here. Next one we will do is walk forward left 45, which will go right here. And then we will get walk forward left, which go on the next one. And then we will get walk back left 45, which will go in this guy. And then we're going to get our walk back, which go on the very end. You can go ahead and throw this on both sides, because it will need to go on the end of both sides. And now we're going to do our right. So we're going to do walk forward right 45, which go in this guy right here. Then we'll get walk 45, and or walk right, and then we'll do walk back right 45, which go in this one, and then walk back on the end. And actually, all of these can go all the way to the top, since we're only doing 0 to 300, so we could just move these all the way up. Like that. And you see we get, if you hold control and just hover over, you see we get all the directions. And we'll just save this guy and just make sure we got our weight speed. All right, looks like we're good. So now we're gonna go ahead and go into our animation blueprint. So just click on characters and find your animation blueprint. And we're gonna go into, I'm just gonna close some of these tabs right here. And we're gonna go into our event graph, because we need to calculate our direction, so that it, we need the direction variable so that we know what direction the character is going in. So I'm just going to pull this guy down and move our crouching below a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our character variable right here, and we're going to grab our velocity variable that we already have. And off of character, we want to get actor rotation like this. And off of velocity, we're going to calculate direction. And we're just going to plug this get actor rotation into here. And then off of our return, we're just going to promote this to a variable called direction, like that. And we'll just plug this guy in. And I'm just going to clean this up a bit here. And I'm just going to comment it and name it direction. And yeah, that's all we're doing here. So we're checking our velocity. And we're getting our actor rotation and calculating the direction to get this direction variable. And all we need to do now is go into the anim graph. We're going to go into our locomotion right here. Open this guy up, and we're just going to replace our old blend space with our new one. So I'm just going to type in BS loco, pull this guy in, and you'll see this one has the direction and the speed input. So I'm just going to pull this guy in. We'll get our new direction variable and plug that into direction, and then we'll get our ground speed right here, plug that guy in, and compile, save that. And we're going to go ahead and set up our crouch as well. So go into our main states here and crouching, and we will replace this one with our new crouch blend space, plug this guy up, and same thing, get our direction variable and get our ground speed variable, plug that in, compile and save. But if you notice, if we go in and play now with all of that set, it's not doing what we want because we need to change some things in our player blueprint. But if you go forward and you move left and right, and you'll kind of see that it does blend direction a little bit, but that's not what we're looking for here. So we're going to go into our third person blueprint, and we're going to go into character movement. And if you scroll down, there's going to be these settings right here for rotation settings. Right now it's set to orient rotation to movement. So basically what that means is the character will, it just allows for the camera to rotate around their character, pretty much the way it works right now. So we're going to change this from use controller from orient rotation to use controller desired rotation. So just to untick this one and tick this one. And if we go back in, you will see that it now moves the way we want it to. And if we go into our crouch, it does the same thing, which is exactly what we're looking for. We get our 8 directions, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So now the player just rotates to wherever you're looking, wherever the how you could rotate. So yeah, pretty easy one. So if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know those down in the comments. If you have any suggestions for any other tutorials you would like to see, also let me know those down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.